Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, wonderful individual. Today, I would like to speak about warming up our thoughts with heartfelt and warm and deep emotions. Kind of etherized blood sent up to our brain, if we are going to be physical about it. But for us to even begin to warm up our thoughts, we would have to start being able to shape and be within and be able to handle our own thoughts and inner feelings. For if we are not capable of taking responsibility for our own inner being, we would never be able to even grasp onto consciously our thinking and our feeling. Now, our feeling and our thoughts are more interrelated than we like ourselves to think. For the more you are capable of truly being within your thoughts and helping mastering it to a certain extent, the more your emotions starts to follow. And the more your emotions starts to follow, the more you're capable of, through your own inner powers, being able to utilize your will in a more strong sense. But your will is never the one thing we are meant to touch upon here. It is our thoughts and our emotions that we do work upon. For those are the ones we can be perceptible of as of now. Our thinking fully away, our thinking, if we are stopping up for a tiny moment, we are fully conscious of. Our emotions are in a dreamlike state, so it's more hazy, more like it's not exactly pictures. You can put pictures to it when you start mastering your thinking and imagination. Your thoughts should be kind of a reflection of our emotions in the end. But our will, we are utterly asleep to. So, just to give you an example of where our will lies, when we stop for a moment, sit in the silence and start utilizing our thinking, you are the will in your thinking, in a sense. You see how when you are a flashlight and the light comes out of you, it's like you only see the light coming out of you, but you do not see yourself as the whole flashlight, in a sense, just as a silly symbol. But it is the effect of us doing activities that is the will, in a sense. So when we work upon our thoughts and our emotions, our will is going to follow in the end. Our will is the most developed of all of our faculties. Our feeling is the next most developed, and our thoughts are kind of on overtime. It's on a downgrade, in a sense. So for us to lift it up to a new type of thinking, we need to warm it up again with true spiritual forces. These spiritual forces, of course, can only be utilized if we allow ourselves and open ourselves up to them. But we also have the discernment of not following forces that are hateful, spiteful, that degrading, and looking down upon, arrogance. All of these are things we should safeguard ourselves from, for there is no basis for us to even have those feelings when the world is in such a chaotic state. But we still do work upon ourselves so others can work upon themselves, so that we can snowball effect and have a parallel stream on the side of the stream we already have, that people can in freedom choose to follow along with, instead of, well, the alternatives, because many of them are just blatantly broken these days. So it's about, for us and our responsibility, to find out what is the stream, and where do we wish to go, where is our inner longing of our soul and spirit, and what direction should we put it to. And that requires us to study everything, from past to present to well, potential futures if we are keeping following certain things, or if we change direction in others. It's about training our faculties and capabilities to be able to foresee certain things, having foresight, you know, Prometheus and not Epimetheus. So foresight instead of hindsight, but hindsight is also important when the fact of the matter has happened. Then we can look back upon things and then learn from it. But we have the balance in the middle there between past and present, and future, and we kind of are the present. So we are moving towards future and having gone through past, and we have them all within us. And for us to maneuver within all of this, we need a little courage, a little inner force, and a little strength for ourselves. But we do not touch upon other people's wills. It's suggestions and recommendations and guidance. And we do never ever touch upon other people's free will. That is immensely important, for we don't have that kind of inner neither foresight or insight to say that that is what you must do, this is what you have to do. No, we can say should, and we can say if you like certain results you should do these things. It's about this freedom and also the openness of the manifold varieties of reality. The more become awake to the manifoldness and to the variety, and also having a higher perspective where you can see that all of these pieces belongs to one whole, we are starting to get into something. As of now, we are very much distracted by all materialistic things, all things that is consumerism, all things that is glittering gold and sparkles and starry-eyed, and we are starting to get over this phase. We're starting to come to this, not exactly jadedness, but it is more of a disillusionment, kind of, where we are starting to see that things are not as shiny and as bright as we thought it was. But that is because we have only been focusing on the surface level of things. Once you start delving deeper, you will start to find a treasure trove of experiences and inner life and vibrancy and joy and hope. But it is about not getting broken down by everything that is of the opposite forces, not even the opposite, is of more lower forces that truly wish us to stagnate, to stay where we are, to not moving forward, but to not move so fast forward either that we lose the ground we stand on. It's about having that perfect balance in between conserve and to develop. For we do need to hold ourselves strong to certain forces of morality, goodness, and inner love and compassion for us to even move forward. For if we don't, the thing is, if we every mean we use will end up as results. You see, you cannot use dark means and get light results. It's not possible, because you are constantly using dark forces to bring about a result, and that result will be in consequence dark. But if you are utilizing every mean that is warm, loving, nurturing, conscious, and intent with love with intent, you are bringing these results towards the future. It's all about holding oneself to a certain inner strength and value. And yeah, I think I will leave you with this today. Thank you so much for listening to me. May you be protected, guided, blessed, and loved by Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, ancient masters of old, ancestors from every incarnation, the higher hierarchy, and may you be provided for with all that you need to survive, live, thrive, being creative, inspirational, and healing to the world, so others can choose to follow. when the time is right. Thank you so much. See you. Love you. Goodbye.